So the Top 5 Live, episode 93. And this week we are doing the top five villains that you actually agree with. And we did not make this, we did not back you guys into a corner of genre. So it can come from books, it can come from books, it can come from TV, it can come from movies, it can come from anywhere in media. So uh it should make for some very interesting lists. There might be some overlap, but hopefully, with us having that broad of a place to pick from, it won't be. Uh, so, before we get to the list, which I'm still deciding how diabolical I want to be, because I have one that I could put on my list.
You going first tonight, Morgan?
It depends on how
You
bad
definitely
it
going
is.
first because you ain't
You
going
going
first
first
in a
tonight.
while.
I just went first 2 shows ago.
The
What's
heck
good,
you
Daniel?
did.
I
The heck you
did.
did.
You
No,
going first tonight too.
Y'all racist. Why? Because I'm dark skinned?
Negro, I'm dark skinned.
What that got to do?
I'm dark skinned.
No, racist niggas.
What does
Man.
that got to do with anything at all? Shoot,
A lot.
Because you gonna make sure that you got your list.
I know we don't want you making up, taking stuff from people.
I don't know. Y'all are the.
What's up, Daniel? What's up, Kyron?
It's
How
so
y'all
sad that y'all keep trying it. Like it's sad. It's really sad, and nobody
It is.
believes you
It's
anyway.
very sad.
Anyway,
Hey,
while we're at it, let me go ahead and add this W again. Because it's just what I do nowadays. You know what I mean? I don't know why we're continuing to keep record, because it's not.
I didn't win last week. I thought
Not
I won
close.
last week.
No. I mean,
First of all, the draft has just started. The draft lottery has just started.
don't nobody care.
I care
Why?
because the Hornets might get this guy.
They won't.
They probably won't, but
Okay.
it would be kind of cool.
I'm gonna help you out there, Danny. Y'all ain't getting. I'm just gonna help you out.
Who y'all think he's gonna go to? Let's place a bet right now. Who's getting the number one pick?
Bet,
Place no
if
bet
I
on
had
that.
to say, if honestly, I think. Hope
Whoever has the first pick is going to get him.
I'm saying
no,
who's
a
getting
lot.
the
He
first
said
pick?
who
That's
gets
what I'm saying.
whoever's going to get the first pick. Who's going to get the first pick?
I have no
I bet.
idea.
I think the Spurs will get it. I think the Spurs will get the number one overall.
I just hope he stays healthy. That's my goal is for him to stay healthy. I don't want him to get injured. I don't want that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I really want him to stay healthy, and I want him to be able to stay on the floor to live up to all the things that
Super skinny dudes, man. They don't stay healthy.
Well, yeah, KD's had injuries about that size.
AD gets injured every time he breathes. So
old boy that just got drafted got
KD.
injured too.
I said AD.
AD has not been injured. What are you talking about?
AD stay injured
For his career.
He was injured last season, but he wasn't out for.
Didn't he get injured this year too?
Super extended period of time this year. He played more than a lot of folks.
All right.
Did he get injured this year though, Dan?
It sounds
Yeah, I
good.
mean, people get injured for short stints, but
He came to
y'all making it seem like my guy is frail.
Okay.
Danny, you just be
if
you got a guy, that guy is your guy. Like, I respect that. I respect that, Danny.
AD's not my guy. I'm just saying, like,
he's your guy.
He played more than Kawhi and Paul George this year.
Your fandom,
yeah. And what you got? And what do people say about them?
Your fandom is impressive.
What do people say about Kawhi and Paul George?
That was low.
What's up, Beverly?
Hey, congrats on your new job.
Congrats on the new job.
Oh, okay. All right. Congratulations.
With the Big Cat Conservatory.
Okay.
What? These new job hours you got. Congratulations for sure.
Big Cat Conservatory. Where you see that at?
That's where she's working.
Oh, that's what's up.
With the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
I'm off that. You braver than me. I ain't got it. Savion was good. Okay, we appreciate first time watching. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
What? All right.
Yeah, that's a Stoke podcast alumni right there. That he was on the show. He was actually on my show.
Savion, we appreciate you being in the building.
Glad to have you.
Carolina Tiger Rescue. Oh, I thought it was the
Pittsburgh.
The Big Cat Conservatory is in.
I got
my neck of the woods.
That's a great friend in the Pittsburgh. To me, I'm very excited for you, Beverly. Seriously, that's dope. Sure. So, all right, we got to decide where we want to start.
Hey, real quick, y'all told me I should drive, right? So I drove. So I looked at how long it take to drive to North Carolina. It's 12 hours. So I was like, all right, okay. So I was like, let me look at how much the rental costs. Okay. And I looked for a one-way ticket back home. It's still expensive. It still ends up costing about the same amount to just fly back and forth.
Hey, definitely fly. If it's gonna cost the same, I say fly.
What's good, Mason?
I don't know what to do.
I know Mason.
Hey, listen. In the building. If you know somebody who work at the airport that got one of those buddy passes, holla at your boy.
Man, don't nobody. You better.
Because I need that help.
Hitchhike. All right. So we got three things that are right at the top of my head. The Ja Morant thing. I don't even.
Ja, man.
I think, I got a theory on Ja.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh
I got a theory on Ja. All right,
go. Get it out.
What's good, Jeff?
Tee it up for people. Put me on the big screen.
See, look at Daniel. Daniel said he drive back and forth all the time.
Okay, Daniel.
Yeah, come on now.
Good for you.
Stop being a
it's not about driving. I would drive back. I would drive down one way, but the flight back home.
Man, you better drive back.
After a 3-day con, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it. If that's what
you would.
Yeah,
No, you would.
Huh?
He just said no. He said I would do it. You driving 12 hours?
Danny would only do it if I was with him.
Right. I'm by myself.
I drive 12.
All right.
But we went to in spirit.
Yeah, just hit us up on FaceTime. We got.
We'll get some PVC cutouts of us, and you can put them in the car and ride with you back home.
All right, put me on the big.
I saw your middle finger. I saw that.
I was just scratching. What's the dates? What's the Heroes Con? It's Heroes Con.
Closing that work at RDU too.
15th for the 18th,
Heroes Con, yes. I would need a flight on the 15th and then get home on the 18th.
Yeah, 16th through the 18th.
Hey, what Passat TDI is what is that?
It's a what? It's a Volkswagen.
Oh, I don't know what TDI is. I don't know. I'm not really a big car guy. I'm not a big car
guy. Let me say this first before we get into Ja. All right. Y'all playing with us at this point. Let me do the math on how much is. Give me 1 second.
It's literally.
Wait a minute. Y'all like less than 100 and
that $72. $72
from
reaching the goal.
I got it.
$72 from reaching the goal. I'm just putting it there for right now. I'm gonna just leave it for a second. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's gonna play. Beverly done already came through for us. You know what I'm saying? Beverly held us down harsh.
I don't even want to look at it. Every time I go back to the page and refresh it, I'll be like, bruh, y'all really are playing with us right now.
And we earned it probably. You know what I'm saying? This is probably because you said Michael Jackson had a hot 10. That's probably why we have not gotten over the hump yet.
No, I was going to wear a shirt today. I was at the studio. I wasn't feeling good this morning, so I stayed home from work. But I was going to wear a shirt today that said NSYNC is an R&B group. I was gonna make a shirt.
I'm so glad
and wear it. But
I hope please do that next show.
I didn't have time. But anyway, all right, put me on the big screen. I got a theory on Ja Morant.
Oh God!
All right, go ahead with your theory on Ja Morant, man.
So,
go ahead, bro.
If you haven't heard, Ja Morant has been suspended by the Grizzlies, right? For again brandishing a firearm on his friend's IG live. Okay. I just heard Commissioner Silva talking about it. He said that he personally talked to Ja the first time and he thought he understood the gravity of the situation. I think Ja is trying to get traded. I don't think Ja wants to play for the Grizzlies. I think Ja is at this point, I feel like Ja's doing it on purpose and he just wants to be out of Memphis by any means necessary.
Danny, is there any?
I have my hand up.
You're right. You did. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Javon. You did have your hand up. I apologize.
Go ahead, Javon.
I'm so sorry.
Because I was thinking the same damn thing, boy. You start talking.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Go ahead. Because you was literally about to spit. We could have said that.
You had your hand up. You had your hand up. You had your hand up. You go ahead, bro.
Man. You know how much money this dude about to lose? Not with the team. Outside of the team.
That's what I'm saying.
That don't help him. If he wanted to get traded, it would be easier for him to just come out and say, I want to get traded.
I hear you. I'm just saying at this point, there has to be something for you to literally like.
You mean besides stupid?
I've heard the young man talk, and I've heard him. I mean, I've seen his actions, and I know he's definitely weird, bro. He's definitely a weird kid.
I'm about to say.
I don't know if he's a weird kid. I just think he's a kid.
But his real name is Clarence. And
what up, Kenji?
Parents have a real nice marriage. He's not from a.
That's true.
There has to be a reason. Mason said.
Oh, we know what the reason is.
That it's fear of success, but
that ain't fear, guys.
I don't know, Mason. You might.
It's not fear of success.
Might be a little bit of something right there.
I think there are dudes who there are guys that like a certain culture, and he likes that culture, and he's trying to be about that life. And unfortunately, he gonna learn real quick
at the expense of your whole community and family. And
it's not like we haven't seen it before.
You're right.
But he ain't the first person to be like this. He just the first NBA player to be like this.
I don't know if we've seen it on this level, bro. I've legit. I was online and I was legitimately trying to think of anything that I've seen this stupid.
Gilbert Arenas was just as bad.
Was he though?
I mean,
if he had Instagram Live, Gilbert Arenas would have been doing the same thing.
Yeah, but see, Jalen Rose said the same thing. But you got to wonder. Jalen Rose said the same thing, and we know for a fact it's true with Jalen. We know Jalen's keeping it a band. But the concern here is that you have a PR team. You literally just went through this, and it hasn't even been 3 months yet. You literally just went through this. And then in the exact same scenario, the only difference is you're in a car this time. Why?
Even his boys knew not to do it. That's the funny part to me.
Did you see how quickly his boy put the camera down? Like, as soon as he saw
yo, if you know, like, why would you even put him on? Like, my thing is this: if me and Morgan are hanging out, right?
His friend didn't know.
His friend
didn't know he had a weapon.
No. His friend didn't know he was going to flash it.
But if you know that he got a weapon,
I know.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If I know that Morgan, me and Morgan are hanging out, and I know he got warrants out for something, for anything, I'm not putting him on live. Period. If I know that he could potentially get in trouble for smoking or for whatever, if I know he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, I'm not putting him on live to show the world that he might be potentially doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, but Danny, man, they in a car listening to music. Yeah. Why would you that be like if the three of us drove somewhere and I was like, hey, pull over, let me go rob this bank. Like, you would never think that I would do that. It would never cross your mind to do it.
If you had the history of robbing banks, I would. Like, if you have a history,
even still.
Okay, when you go back, when I was listening to Undisputed, Skip did a great job of walking us through just this past year with Ja. All the stuff that he's had just this past year that was even more serious than him flashing this gun, right? His mom called, I think it was not Foot Locker, but like Finish Line or something. Mm-hmm. Somebody was being rude to him. Somebody was being rude to his mom. His mom called Ja, and Ja goes up to the mall to talk trash and threaten these guys and talk about coming back once he gets off work to handle business or whatever little stretch word that he put out there, right? That's one thing. Then you got the laser pointer thing. Then you got the fighting the security guard thing. Then you got fighting a teenager while playing basketball, and you're a grown man who plays for the NBA. You had all of that before you even had the gun flash thing. And then the gun flash thing happens. You get on national TV with Jalen Rose and say, it wasn't my gun, and I understand the gravity, and I'm going to therapy to help me deal with my stress. No mother freaking stress making you getting do this little bull crap with that little behind gun, man. That won't. If it was stress that does that, then you need like, you know how Key and Peele did the anger translator for Obama and Patel. Mm-hmm. You don't need an anger translator. You need somebody that's lit. He needs that. What's my guy's? What's the coach for Sean McVay? Todd McVay, the coach for the Rams. He needs the guy.
Oh, the dude that pull him back every time.
That's what he needs. He needs to hire somebody that's express job. Is every time he gets ready to do something stupid, they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They grab him. That's what he needs.
His boy tried. So hard, dude. Listen. He need to get that man. He need to get that man a raise. He tried real. He's like, oh, what are you doing?
It's so angering, bro. Because like in this situation, people can talk about his friends. It's not his friends. It's him. You chose to make this stupid. It's not a little bit stupid. It's stupid. Like, it's very stupid. It ain't even been 3 months yet, bro. It's not been. He could never be in my presence and say I'm a grown man. Ever. I would not listen to you. He would lose respect in the locker room if he has any left. But then y'all want to come out and make a statement against Dylan Brooks and say we're not signing this
under no circumstances.
That's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen done.
And that dude ain't did nothing but talk trash and do a dance.
Nothing. And you said
Dylan Brooks ain't do nothing.
You said this dude is out of the organization. We not bringing him back under any circumstances. Ain't got no smoke for Jado. That's the most insane thing. If I was Memphis, I would get away from him quickly.
Yeah, but Danny, that
I would trade him
track,
today.
Man. No, it doesn't track because if you want to get traded, you can get traded and still keep all your like endorsements and stuff like that. You're not going to keep your endorsements with like he's going to have a hard time keeping the endorsements that he has. Now, if he'd have just come out
already,
I know if he just come straight out and was like, yeah, I want to be out of Memphis, he's not going to lose endorsements. They don't care about that.
I don't know.
Look, I don't know.
I know that.
Look, I don't know, and it doesn't.
I think the gun. I heard the gun was registered.
See, that's not the point. Okay,
that's what I heard. So, I know it's not the point.
If Ja Morant was at the shooting range with the bazooka, nobody would care. If Ja Morant,
if he was in the NRA commercial doing something, nobody would care.
Nobody would care. If he was in a military commercial, if anything that made sense. I always try to think of things from every angle. What possible reason does anybody, not just Ja Morant, anybody have for listening to music in your car, you bopping with your boys and wilding out? There's nothing wrong with that. What possible reason do you have for bringing your gun out to show it to a camera while you're doing so, unless you're trying to make the statement, I'm not to be effed with. I'm about that life.
It's really
look
ridiculous.
At what I got. Like, what other possible messages could you be trying to send other than those?
Chaz.
I'm not telling you, man. Like,
I rest my case.
Nah, I mean, I agree with you. I just think he's trying to be about, he's trying to be for the streets. And there was a video of somebody, he was a Crip or something, and he was talking about
that.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, listen, because I guess there was this video of him like doing, Crip, throwing up Crip signs.
Philip, the reason that the gun is an issue. Now this second time the reason the gun is an issue is because you already got in trouble for it the first time. That it doesn't even matter what he got in trouble for the first time, right? But the reason it's an issue is because it's a PR issue. You're not the franchise, but you are the face of that franchise. You're one of the biggest stars in the NBA. There's no good reason for you to be on camera, on IG, influencing anybody to hold a gun while they dance. There is no good connotation for that whatsoever. None. There's nothing good that's going to come from anybody from seeing that video.
And I understand what Phil is saying. Like, it's not against the law for him to have a gun. It's not against the law, unless he's doing something harmful with the gun. Cool. I agree with you about
image issue.
But it's
PR.
It's just the image issue, and for the conduct conduct detrimental to the league is the thing.
But
right?
the league doesn't want his players number one. The league don't want the league. If NBA was real, they would say we don't want guns in any player at any time at any reason.
It is a league rule that if you're on the NBA premises anywhere, you are not to have a gun. That is a rule in the NBA. So that rule, they can't tell you what to do away from NBA premises, right? Like they can't like make that but at the same time, it is a part of their process that if you are doing things that can harm the image of the NBA, they can get at you about that. It's hurting their brand. They are paying you to do things that are not stupid, and that's very stupid. Paul Pierce got for having the strippers behind him in the background on IG.
He wasn't even in the league.
He wasn't even in the league. He was just a commentator.
He was a commentator, got fired. That's the craziest. To me, that's the dumbest thing in the world. That was stupid.
It's not as dumb as this. The Ja thing is still dumber.
You're right.
What's up, Chris?
And then he be the dumb fool that if the gun would have went off in his hand, he would have shot himself in the head.
Definitely.
He's literally pointing the gun at his head
on IG Live too. Can you imagine? It's happened before. Plaxico shot himself going into a club.
Yep.
So, look, it's just a really stupid thing to do.
And if he was my boy, honestly, I don't know. I get it. He's hanging around with a bunch of young dudes, and they don't know better. But it couldn't be my friend, yo. I'd be like, listen, dude.
I had to square up with old buddy.
You about to fumble $200 million plus.
Right.
Listen. I don't know how you can't be you even if you're a friend that's hanging around just for status and money, you should be in his ear like this ain't what you want to do.
It's super not that serious. And again, he has a whole year full of this. And the biggest part that you have to nip it in the bud if you're the NBA is because right now this isn't causing harm to somebody else, but he already did. He literally beat up a high school kid while he was playing basketball with him at his crib. He beat that kid up. He threatened some other guy that works at Finish Line because his mom said they're being disrespectful. So Ja Morant himself goes down to Finish Line with a group of people threatening this guy that works for Finish Line and talk about he gonna come back to see this dude when he gets off. Why, bruh? Who you think you are? Like it's too much.
I just feel bad for him because I like Ja. I do like Ja, man.
Because that was really stupid.
No, I feel bad. Well, here's the deal. Like, I feel bad because I know a lot of people. I grew up with a lot of people like that. Dudes that wasn't from the hood, that was hanging out with dudes from the hood, that was trying to act like they from the hood. And you just look at them like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I just know somebody need to catch these hands. Ja need to catch hands is what it is. Sometimes you gotta get touched up.
I got a purple today.
Sometimes y'all ain't tired of purple yet.
No,
never.
My God,
never happened.
Lord have mercy.
All right,
I'm so tired of seeing purple.
enough about.
I only know y'all for like 3 years.
Gotta get used to it.
My God.
Enough about Ja.
Y'all burning my retinas on a weekly basis.
do y'all want to talk about y'all want to review
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah,
we can do Guardians. Yeah, we can review Guardians.
Yes. Spoiler free though. Don't
spoiler free. Why? Spoiler free, Danny.
Why?
I mean, it's been out for like a week and a half though. It's been out.
It's been out for like a week, bro.
I mean, it's been out. It's Tuesday. That's 2 weekends.
All right, guys. If you haven't seen Guardians,
there we go. Give the spoilers. Just to say, get a spoiler.
Hey, just said get the spoilers. Hey, listen.
Y'all go off.
Sometimes people from North Carolina got good sense.
Have you not seen him? Have you not seen him, Morgan?
Don't do that.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yes.
Morgan said he saw it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Bro.
I've seen it.
Kevin.
Yeah, y'all some jerk.
Kevin can't quick fire, man.
Y'all some jerk holes, because Savion,
I usually give people like I give you 2 weekends. That's how I work. You get 2 weekends to see a movie. If you really wanted to see a movie, you'd see it in 2 weekends.
Savion, I loved it too. And this is I'm not even like a real fan of the Guardians films.
The first one was good.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I just was not really a fan of the Guardians timeline.
Yo, you were right. The Spurs got the number 1 pick.
Oh God.
The Hornets
Who called it? Who called it?
Well, Pop about to, he know what to do.
Who called it? I told you.
Peter left, Adam Warlock in the 3.
Listen, Pop ain't stick around for nothing. Pop knew what he was doing. Pop trusts the process.
I think the story for Guardians was really good. I love the team building that they did. I think telling the story through Rocket was a good idea. The High Evolutionary was good.
Did Adam Warlock need to be in the movie though? Like,
I think so because they're introducing him to become a Guardian. He probably gonna take Star-Lord's place until Star-Lord decides to come back if he does.
If they continue the Guardians at all and they don't have Gamora, Star-Lord, if they don't have all 4 of them, I mean, we know that what's his name not coming back as what's his name? Batista's not coming back.
Yeah, Batista said he done.
Yeah, but
Batista said he's done.
Yeah, he said he don't. Yeah, he said he done.
Yeah,
I did see that
they might be replacing his character with Warlock because he was kind of dumb too. Like he kind of had that same strong and dumb.
That's the only thing that bothered me about the movie, though. The way they adapted Warlock, that's not Warlock, Like it kind of frustrated me though. That's not Warlock.
I think they did it to make him match the tone of those films.
Yeah, I didn't like it. That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
I mean, besides like once or twice, Adam Warlock has never been like you have to be here to see Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is like one of them characters that just comes in and then it's just like, all right, I was here and I'm gone.
What? Danny, what are you talking about?
What are the
Adam Warlock?
Best Adam Warlock story?
Like that dude was a child. Like the version that was on Guardians of the Galaxy was a child.
Yeah,
he's never been like that in any incarnation. He's never been like that.
Dang, Philip. He said if James Gunn wanted to play it again, he gonna play it again. God dang it. Jesus Christ. I heard that with so much authority, Philip. My God.
I just did that. But other than that, honestly,
he did not cut.
Who?
He said
Morgan. Morgan stay cursing.
What you say?
Tiana said stop cussing.
I don't care if you cuss, but that's the one.
I didn't cuss.
I heard you, bro.
No, you didn't.
What cuss word did he say?
I don't know what she's talking about.
She thought you said GD.
No, that's because she listening too close.
So you okay with every other curse word but that one?
Not that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of them are good. They are good. They're a good curse word. Not that one. That's the bad curse word.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
Oh, okay.
I thought, but Phil, I thought that the main beef was between James Gunn and Batista, though. I thought that was why he was.
No, Batista is like his dog.
Oh, I thought they were beefing because when he got fired the first time, he was saying, the stuff that he had posted online was unexcusable or something like that. Maybe that's somebody else I'm thinking about.
No, Dave was there defending James Gunn. They all defended James Gunn. They were about to walk.
Oh, maybe it was because they fired him. Yeah, I think we'll get cameos.
Scarlett said she's done.
Scarlett said she done.
She said
they
she
gotta
done,
give her a big check.
They don't replace
really big check.
They got a whole new Black Widow.
Yep, they replaced her.
Batista was saying that he wasn't going to play Jurassic.
I believe it. But he's saying he's done for now, though. I think what's her name is done too. Gamora. Zoe.
I think she did. Zoe Saldana. I think she did say she was done, and so did He didn't say he was done. He just said if he came back, it would have to make sense. What's my guy's name to play Star-Lord?
Oh, well, they said at the end of the movie he coming back.
Yeah, but I know I saw a quote from him saying that if he comes back, it would have to make sense. So
it's funny. He been out of shape. He was way out of shape in that movie.
I think that I just think that when it comes to the movie, I think they did a great job, like making it very emotional. Like the they really felt like a group that has been together for a long time. Like Drax and Mantis, like were really the highlight of the movie. Like Drax and Mantis's, kind of banter back and forth. Like you were like, yo, they like each other. But but at the same time, you was like, they'll probably kill each other if they had a chance. But they were, it was cool. It was super, super cool. And then you really saw Quill and Gamora, like it took it back to one, but at the same time, you're like, yo, she's starting to fall for him again. Like that, I like those kind of movies where you kind of see the characters grow into their relationship. So I think 3 was the best of the 3 movies, but you don't get the chemistry of 3 without the first 2.
That's how I feel. I feel the exact same way.
Nebula was good too, at least for me. I love Nebula.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's up there with Wakanda Forever. It's not overtly focused on comedy or action, but there's a good balance.
Yeah,
I could go with that. It definitely is one of my of this phase. Is absolutely one of the best for sure.
Man, folks need to stop acting like this phase has been bad. Yeah,
it's in my top 10. It's in my top 10 somewhere. I haven't rated it yet, but I think for me it's better than the other 2 Guardians.
This phase has been.
I like the other 2 Guardians.
I would say it's I don't know if it's in my top 10 yet because I'd have to think about it. I had to think about it, like kind of go down the rabbit hole, but it is really good. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I know I put I think Shang-Chi is in my top 10. I'm trying to think if I like this one more than Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi? I think I like this more than Shang-Chi.
I think it was a better movie. I think it was a better movie than Shang-Chi.
Like to me, this one, the third, like there wasn't a real weak spot. Like Shang-Chi, in my opinion, the only weak spot I had is I wish
Awkwafina wasn't in it.
That's not what I was going to say. I wish it would have there would have been no dragon. I would have took the dragon part out. And it would have just been the fight between him and his dad.
The dragon was great.
What?
That's how I felt like. To me, I preferred it focused on him and his father. And him defeating his father. That's again, this is my opinion. I wouldn't have had the dragon.
I enjoyed the movie, period. I thought was good. I can't say I laughed much in Guardians 3, but it kept things at a levity that I like, and it did a better job of balancing than some of the films that they try to tell those jokes and crap with.
They was trying to get you to cry in that movie.
It was
animals.
It was good, man.
Animals.
It was good, man.
It made you feel for the animals for sure.
I don't even know what the animal was called. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'm so sad.
My head is like an otter, but I don't know it's not.
Yes, it's an otter. That's what it is. I couldn't remember.
I don't think it is.
No, that's an otter. That's definitely an otter.
She's an otter.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, but that was definitely Eternals was underrated.
Eternals was
underrated. Definitely had the best cinematography.
No. Eternals was not underrated.
I like Eternals.
It wasn't bad. I don't think it's as bad as people put it out to be.
People saying that it's in like the bottom 5 are being ridiculous. I think it was a very fine. It was in the middle of the pack for Marvel movies for sure.
What's in the bottom 5 then?
Thor,
Dark World, right?
Wait, is that the
Thor, the Dark World?
No.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Terrible.
Ragnarok? No, that was
Ragnarok was good. Love and Thunder
could definitely go to Hades.
Love and Thunder.
Thor fat and had him looking weak. That one was terrible.
You talking about Endgame?
Is that
when they went back in time?
Iron Man. I didn't think Iron Man was horrible.
Wait. Did you say Endgame wasn't good?
Iron Man 3
the one where
was terrible.
Thor was fat.
Iron Man 3 was not terrible.
Iron Man 3
I'm trying really hard not to push this button, Danny. I don't want to disrespect your wife like that. You can't keep talking about Endgame now. Come on now.
That
Endgame. Y'all know my feelings on Endgame.
Hulk was acting weak Like he couldn't.
Listen, I'm trying
That was
really hard
Infinity
here.
War.
Morgan, man.
That was Infinity War.
Listen, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Sean,
I would say Love and Thunder, Dark World, Iron Man.
Dark World is
2.
definitely the worst one.
Multiverse.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, yeah.
In the bottom 5?
Yeah, in bottom 5.
No. What in the world?
You like Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
Was it where the people had the Illuminati stuff going on? That one was trash.
The Illuminati?
You
talking about
Scarlet?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, that one was
Multiverse of Madness.
You
like
that one was trash.
Y'all
to
belong.
make a mic for you to cut it off.
Listen, I'm trying really hard here.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying really hard.
That one was in the bottle from both of us, and for different reasons. I didn't care about
what.
I didn't care about the demons and the Illuminati. I didn't care about that.
It was trash.
But
wait a minute.
I thought y'all remember when we talked about it.
Yeah, we know, which is why we know why y'all belong together. Y'all have similar tastes.
Multiverse of Madness is in your bottom 5.
Yeah,
Multiverse of Madness is not in the bottom 5, dude.
It was trash. Like
I'm not talking.
Why was it trash? Why was it trash?
That was trash.
Why was it trash?
It didn't make no sense.
It had a lot of witchcraft, first of all, and then
the movie didn't make no sense. The movie didn't make no sense, and then
how did the movie not make sense?
And then us learning that the Scarlet Witch is the most powerful being, and now she's got the Darkhold, and then young America Chavez star punches her to death somehow at the end of the movie.
Did you watch the same movie?
What movie were you watching?
What movie? That is not what happened in the movie.
Did she not say
that she star punched Scarlet Witch to death?
Did she not star punch her to save the day? And then ScarJo said, "Oh, all of the stuff that I did was bad. Let me commit suicide."
ScarJo wasn't in the movie, so that so you definitely. I don't know what movie you watched, but it was not the same.
The Scarlet Witch, everything that she did for the past whole season of WandaVision and the first hour of the movie, she said, "You know what? I was wrong. Let me just crush myself with a. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Stop it."
You just said you watched the Tubi version.
I agree. This I don't know what version you watched, but it definitely wasn't the one everybody else did. Talk about some ScarJo. Man,
you know what I meant? I was saying the Scarlet Witch. You know what I meant?
Yeah, but you still said it wrong. Though. She didn't start punching her to death. She punched her into the universe with the other kids, and the kids saw her being all crazy.
Sean. Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh man. That was
it was trash.
We might have to do bottom 5 Marvel movies now because you are tripping. I don't even know.
Morgan, what did
y'all
you like
tripping? You know what? You know how I know y'all can't be trusted.
Okay, so you're telling me that this.
Wait a minute, no,
because it was an alternate verse where they had them in the Illuminati. That mess was like
you guys can't.
It's called an alternate universe.
You guys can't be trusted, and
we
already
know
what
the alternate universe is.
The Illuminati being brought in.
The Illuminati in there for real.
The Illuminati is part of the Marvel universe, but bringing them in just to kill to kill them all.
But it's an alternate universe.
I hear
you. Do you think those people can beat Scarlet Witch?
I don't think America Chavez can beat her either. That's my point.
She didn't.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
I don't think Dr. Strange could either.
He definitely.
Dr. Strange didn't beat her either.
Couldn't either. He said it.
And
she's not even dead.
They
literally said that she ain't dead.
And I don't think she can kill herself either. So
she's not dead. They literally said she's not dead.
Who said that?
She said it, the actress. Marvel is literally trying.
Marvel
is literally talking about bringing her back.
Movie.
You think Scarlet Witch is dead?
So what was the point of her dying in the movie? Is what I'm asking you.
Even if she did, she was let's just go on the premise that she did commit suicide.
No chance.
She commit suicide because she was distraught with herself, dude. Like she knew that she was a figure of destruction.
Yeah, sure, but. Again, everything that we learned of her from the whole series and that movie, that she loved those kids more than anything she wanted back. I'm just gonna kill myself because now I see the error of my ways. Let me Let me drop.
How many times have you seen that in the movie?
has
Have you
a
never
version
seen that
of
in another
herself
movie?
taking care of the kids
Have you
in
ever
those-
seen that in another
Not from
movie?
a superhero.
Have you? All right.
That ain't what
Yeah,
Superman did when he turned bad.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
didn't kill himself. He said, "Yo, I messed up. Let me fix everything that I messed up."
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What movie are you talking about?
I'm saying, like, if a superhero knows that they messed up, they don't kill themselves to fix it. They don't kill themselves to fix it. They take ownership. They say, "Hey, I did something wrong. Let me go fix it." Right?
He did fix it. The whole point of it was to point out that she was a figure of destruction, and she knew she wouldn't be able to control herself.
Oh, so she controlled herself by
Show boy talk about Superman 3, Superman 3, where he fought his.
I can't, bro.
We could
What up, William?
Superman 3. I think that sides with me.
Oh my god! Oh god! This is
Lion King. You agree with Scar? Tony, I know you're not saying you agree. Okay.
Scar didn't kill himself. Simba took him out. The hyenas took him out.
This is the worst review of Multiverse of Madness I've ever seen in my life.
I can't.
You know, Scarlett Johansson got mad.
Yeah, I can't.
I just didn't like it. Y'all know what I meant. The Scarlet Witch.
Oh man.
Okay, so
that's crazy. In your bottom 5, dude.
Bottom 5.
What was the other? That's the stupid.
Y'all putting it far? Y'all putting it higher than what? You put it higher than what? What's in your bottom 5 then?
My bottom 5?
The most immediate movie that I know is going into the most immediate movie I know is in my bottom 5 is Dark World.
Dark World, Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder.
We agree.
I think I'm not a big fan of Iron Man 2.
Love and Thunder dumpster.
Iron Man 3. I'm putting Iron Man 3 down there for me.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Love and Thunder could have been way better than what it was.
Who else? Honestly, I gotta put Eternals down there.
You darn right.
I enjoy
Eternals is definitely my second worst.
It's not again. Understand when I say bottom 5, I mean the bottom 5 of the Marvel movies. I still find every Marvel movie entertaining for the most part.
I can rewatch. I can watch almost any of them like now and still enjoy them.
And then probably Incredible Hulk.
The
first one. Probably Incredible Hulk.
Scar killed his brother and was about to let the hyenas eat his nephew.
What is Tony talking about?
Yeah, but are you what yeah, Tony, are you getting into your list or are you saying
he's talking about his list. What is he talking about?
I'm trying to make sure.
I was so lost.
My list, I'm still thinking about whether or not I'm gonna put this other person on there, bro.
He's thinking about it. He's waiting for us to tell our list so he can say.
Nah, they
Quantumania, my bottom 5.
Quantumania.
It's not my bottom 5.
Quantumania is low for me, but it's not.
I enjoy Quantumania.
Oh, the new Ant-Man. It could be. It could be
bottom 5 for sure.
Quantumania.
Yeah.
Why? It ain't have no demons in it.
It was trash though. It was
Dark World is the worst. I agree. Dark World is definitely the worst.
Honestly, can I be real with you? I would prefer to be the worst Marvel movie is Love and Thunder. That's the worst to me.
You know how I feel about Love
I
and
like
Thunder.
The Dark World more than I like Love and Thunder.
You know how I feel about Love and Thunder. I am still grotesquely
it's the worst to me. And I don't say that lightly. Because I don't like to say anything is the worst, but
he started off fat and he got back in shape.
Yeah, that's the one that I said was trash.
Oh, that's one.
No, because you brought in the Hulk. You were like, that's the one where the Hulk went.
Wasn't the Hulk in that movie?
He wasn't in the
Black Widow. You thought Black Widow was that bad?
Either way, I said the one where Thor was fat. That's the one that I felt
he was
trash.
fat in 2 movies.
You thought Black Widow was that bad?
I like Black Widow. I thought Black Widow was underrated.
I like Black Widow a lot.
I could put Cap. I don't know if I.
Nah, Sean. I hated them. You know what? I take that back. I hated the Mandarin 2 so bad that's the worst one for me.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, a lot of people. That is the thing in Iron Man
so
3.
Bad.
That is the thing in Iron Man 3 that they definitely could have left out.
It made me so mad, dude.
They don't name him until
I take it back. Iron Man 3. I barely rewatch it.
Iron Man 3 is the worst of the Iron Mans, definitely. It's not even close.
It has one. I mean, I like the third act with all the armors and all that. I thought that was cool, but the most of it.
Yeah, that was cool.
I mean, like I said, most of the Marvel movies I can still sit and watch.
Is Tony saying that he agrees with Scar, or he's just the worst villain?
Yeah, Tony.
I think he's talking about his list.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But do you agree with
him? He agrees with
the villains were so forgettable in Black Widow. Maybe it's because it came out on Disney Plus, but it's also pointless since every.
I mean, it's a prequel though.
The things that I liked about Black Widow were the family though. Like I really liked the family. I liked putting the family together. And I liked that they connected to the Red and Her Ledger from the first Avengers movie like that. I didn't mind what they did with Taskmaster because I'm not a huge I didn't know a lot about Taskmaster anyway, except that he can copy.
It's not a tie for me, William. Dark World is definitely the worst one.
I don't feel like the villain has to be overly memorable for a movie to be good either. Because sometimes it ain't even about I like the first Ant-Man, but the villain escapes me from time to time.
Agreed, Sean. All right.
Hell, even the first Iron Man, the villain is forgettable.
There was one more. There was one more thing I wanted to get into. What was it?
You want to talk AI or?
Oh man, no, that'll be that man. I can go for that forever. It was something else that had happened this week.
The Meagan Goode. You want to talk about the Meagan Goode thing?
Yes. Oh my God, bro. First off,
I just saw that crap.
First off, I call cap. I'm not saying
definitely fabricated.
I'm not saying that Jonathan Majors cannot pull Meagan Goode. I'm not saying that.
That's his name. I remember his name.
I'm not going Danny conspiracy theory here, but I will say this is
definitely PR.
Yeah, I think it could be a PR thing.
I don't think so. She's old now. It ain't
who old?
Who cares? What you mean old? She younger than us.
Meagan Goode will never be old.
She younger than you, maybe.
Meagan Goode will never be old.
I was trying not to ask how old you were.
She's 41. She's older than me.
She's definitely 41.
She's the same age as me. That's fine.
How old is Jonathan Majors?
Meagan Goode to be 81.
He's in his 40s, ain't he?
Better than 40-year-olds.
Shoot, it's 40-year-old. It's 41-year-old right now.
He's a
bro.
How old is Jonathan Majors?
In case you didn't see,
how old is Jonathan Majors?
That's he's in his 30s, I think.
He's 33.
He's 33.
Yeah.
Oh, why not think? Don't he got like a
he got
whole teenager behind a daughter?
Sean,
old face. That's it.
Megan
do have an old face.
The love of my life until
the forehead, the wrinkles on the
Tony,
forehead.
she was the love of a lot of people's life. You hear me?
Hey, listen, there are very few black men that didn't have Meagan Goode as
that's 100%
on their list.
That's
at some point or another.
Correct. That's 2,000% correct.
I'm just saying.
I will say, and I'll say it quickly. I'm not saying it's complete cap, but I think it's some cap. That's really convenient. You know what I mean? Is it possible? Like, why? How? Why? Like, what? It's not my business.
Are they saying that she's the woman that he was texting that started the whole?
I think that's just like people speculating. But it is supposed to be like a real thing. Like they've been seen out together at restaurants and events and stuff like that.
If you say so.
I'm just saying.
The Jamie Foxx thing. The Jamie Foxx thing. Let me say that before we get into the list. I do want to get into the Jamie Foxx thing because this is something that who was I talking? I think me and Kenji were talking about this. But I'm trying to remember what we were talking about it in reference to. It was Jonathan Majors. It was
Go ahead.
It was.
We right there, man. We right there.
Yeah, ain't gonna be none of that. But it was in regards to Jonathan Majors because I remember when everything first came out, Kenji was going hard in the paint saying that his career was over and all of this stuff. And I think people should be slower to say those type of things about people in them type of situations, especially when you don't have any information. There's no video, there's no nothing. So I mean, in Jonathan Majors situation, that situation very much so reminds me of the Tory Lanez one, and I purposefully was quiet on those because I didn't have any information, so I wasn't gonna get into a back and forth of, this happened and he shouldn't have done that and she shouldn't have done this, because I didn't know. I wanted to wait for the court case, right? So in the case with Jonathan Majors, I feel like people should do the same thing, because the only thing we've seen is these text messages that were supposed to be from her, and then the video, the still shots of her going to the club after this altercation, which I think is extremely weak evidence. But I think it touches to the Jamie Foxx situation, because we had people reporting Jamie Foxx was on his last leg, and it was like a really hard time and all of this type of stuff. And then you find out he'd been out of the hospital. Because that's why I'm like, bro, I don't know why people are so. Yes, I do.
Wait, what?
People are in social media has done a lot to harm society. Like, it's done a lot of good things, but it's done a lot to harm society as well. I agree with that, Philip, 100%. And I think people should take that approach, but people don't agree with me. I think unless you have solid evidence, because like when me and Kenji were talking, he was bringing up George Floyd, Trayvon, the cases where it was a white police officer in Breonna Taylor, where it was a white police officer or police period that were harming or killing a black person, and how he was trying to say like black people aren't slow to speak in those situations. And I'm saying, I was saying the difference is in those situations we have video of it, so it's not as much speculation. Like if I have video, George Floyd hit everybody the way it hit because we watched the video. You didn't need testimony, you didn't need an affidavit. We all watched it. We all watched it happen from front to back. So in this situation with Jonathan Majors, I don't think you can compare it because we don't have any video. We just are going by,
which is suspicious to me, of course, but okay.
Yeah, we know everything's suspicious.
We know everything's suspicious.
Everything's suspicious.
That's
why I haven't said much about Jonathan Majors, dude. Like I have a print that I made of him.
I forgot about that.
I literally have a print that I made of Jonathan Majors. I still sell it. I'm waiting for, huh?
What happened with
I didn't even know about that. I don't think.
Yeah, he fired a gun at his wife or put a gun in her mouth. Or
something. Yeah, but it was something crazy with his wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even ever heard that.
I didn't.
I remember hearing it, but
I didn't either. Somebody brought it to my attention. I was like, dang, I didn't even know about it.
Sometimes so much stuff happens with them, you just can't keep track.
Because Ben Roethlisberger was a great example in the NFL. He had that stuff going on, and nobody talks about it. But when
strawberries,
Greg Hardy did it. Oh God.
Tiana just ran into. She was asking who Ja Morant was, and I was like, "Look him up, you'll see."
Yeah, please don't go back into that. But yeah, I do want to discuss that if we'll see what comes up in the news next week. But I do want to discuss like why people are so ready to we know why, but I want to have a discussion.
It's not new. It's not even new. It's not new though. Like it's not even like a social media.
I think it's intensified though. I think it's intensified though.
Well, I mean, obviously because of social media, but in general, it's not really new. Like, rumors are rumors. You feel me?
I think it's very sad. But I definitely want to come back to it on another show. Y'all want to go ahead and get into the list?
Before we get to our list, that this AD versus Jokic matchup is not looking good so far. Hey, y'all pray for your boy AD because
hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's in Denver. In Denver, the altitude, they were talking about that this morning. They were like,
they already look tired. They just started the game. They already look tired. All right. Morgan, you gonna go first? Let me go first because I gotta get up out of here. I got stuff to do.
You got nothing to do. You going to watch the doggone game. Stop.
Yeah, you just going to watch the game. You lying. Well,
I got some stuff to do.
I'll go
first. What you gotta do, Tiana?
We about to go swimming.
We about to go swimming.
Anyway, go ahead, Danny.
You know black people don't swim.
We're clearly at a hotel.
Y'all can see.
You know black people don't swim.
Racism.
Tell you to get on your vacation.
Racism.
You're working. You on the clock.
We about to go doggy pedaling.
I agree with that, Savion. That's what I'm saying. That's why, Savion, I'm gonna come back to it because I definitely.
I'm not gonna be on here in 2 weeks on my vacation.
I definitely want to discuss that.
All right,
go ahead, Danny.
If it was a vacation, he wouldn't be on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Danny.
Top 5 villains that I agree with. Number 5. All of mine are comic book and like movie people. So
yeah, we know.
Number 5, Poison Ivy. She just want to save the trees. She just want to save the trees, yo. Stop being bad. Stop being bad to plant life. Number 4, Jigsaw. I don't agree with what he was doing to people, but you gotta value life. You gotta value life. If you don't care about your life, then why are you here? Number 3. This one's gonna surprise you, Javon. Ozymandias. He said, yo, the only way to bring all the people on earth together is to give them a common enemy. And that's something I really believe. I just, you ain't got to kill a billion people to do it.
You let off.
Number 2, the Wicked Witch of the West. All she wanted was a pair of shoes.
Why do you do that, man?
All she wanted was
just take 2 seconds before you press send. I don't understand why you do that every time.
I didn't even look at it, so it don't matter.
Right.
All she wanted was her sister's ruby slippers. Them shoes belonged to her sister, and she should have been able to get them. If Dorothy wouldn't have showed up trying to steal her sister's stuff, she wouldn't have had beef. Yo, give me my sister's shoes. That's it. And number 1, Lex Luthor. If an alien came to this planet with all the powers that Superman has, best believe they ain't gonna be peaceful. especially if it's more likely gonna be Brightburn than Clark Kent.
Brightburn, that's a movie I enjoyed thoroughly.
So Lex Luthor's just like, listen, we gotta have. I don't trust them. I don't trust them, and I'm gonna use all of my resources to make sure that we can stop this dude. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Superman is alien, and Lex Luthor. We've seen Superman go bad plenty of times. So
ain't no freaking way I trust Superman. I ain't gonna lie,
right?
I would not.
Yeah,
I'd be like, stay away from
lying to your damn teeth. If Superman was this, you'd be like, that's the greatest dude on earth.
You talking to me or Danny?
Everything that man says.
You talking to me or Danny?
I'm talking to you, Morgan.
No.
If he was this, you'd be behind. He could be like, let's overthrow Whitey. You'd be like, damn Skippy.
No, I would not.
Lies you tell, sir.
Anyway, number 5.
Go ahead, Morgan.
Number 5 for me. I can't wait to get into what I was gonna put on here, but number 5 for me, Gore the God Butcher.
He chickened out.
No, I'm still gonna say it. Gore the God Butcher. He was doing everything right. He was doing everything like he was supposed to do it. He was being devout. He was when in the times where it got hard, he went even harder. And what did he get for it? Mother freaking nothing. His daughter dead. And because I devoted myself to you, you know what? I ain't got time for this. And you out here, you just on some nonsense. All right, bet I got you, huh? And he just went off. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get where he's coming from. I'm not gonna say it's not even not noble. I mean, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to fail all these people? We're gonna rip your face off. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about it. So I get it. Gore the God Butcher for number 5 for me. Number 4, controversial. I'm gonna make people mad. I don't care. If you're a gamer, especially Abby, The Last of Us 2.
I didn't play it.
Ask your mama. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I've had this conversation. The number of people who messaged me privately when Last of Us 2 came out to tell me their disdain and anger, I can't even count how many times I've had to have that conversation to try to stand up for her. But, it's going to be a conversation we have once more. Y'all get up on it. Wait till Last of Us 2. Wait till season 2 of Last of Us comes out.
Didn't Abby die in the first season?
For a second.
That wasn't Abby.
Are y'all on the lamb or something? Because I keep seeing y'all go look in and out of the curtains. Like,
they
y'all
looking
looking
at stuff.
No, we don't like people to be able to look in the window. So
yeah, but y'all keep looking out and then look. I'm just asking.
Anyway,
Yeah,
number
got
3.
Warrants?
Number 3, Eric Killmonger. Y'all already knew Killmonger was going to be on the list.
This is my surprise face.
Yeah, exactly. You already knew Killmonger was going to be on here. Eric Killmonger, number 3. I don't even need to explain that. You know what time it is. Number 2. This one's going to be surprising too. Mr. Glass from the Unbreakable series. His entire goal, he was on to something the entire time. Was he diabolical in how he brought it about? Yes. But was what he brought about what was needed? Yes. 100%. It was an amazing plan. He worked in the profession. Yes. Go back and watch Mr. Glass. His
whole thing was to just keep killing large amounts of people until a superhero possibly
until somebody didn't die.
That's basically
kind of his entire point was there's a group
all
of
because comic books existed, by the way. That was his
his point the entire time is that there are extraordinary people on earth that they don't want you to know how extraordinary you are. And unless somebody enlightens you to understand that what you believe about yourself, that innate ability within you, when you believe that, when you tap into that, it allows you to be whoever you want to be. And there's a group of people out here that don't want you to learn it. It was a freaking brilliant lesson. It's awesome. I watched that joint again before.
I didn't get that from Mr. Glass, but okay.
I'll play the scene.
I know what he's talking about. I watched that movie a lot.
Yeah,
it's just
it was great. It
wasn't a great plan, but I understand the motivation.
It kind of was.
He just started killing. He just was a mass murderer.
Yeah, but again, we're talking about villains. So, all right, number one, the OG, bro, Magneto.
Okay.
I mean, it's got to be Magneto. That guy. Look, I'm about peace. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to come for y'all if you ain't coming for us. But if you keep coming for us, I ain't got no choice, my guy. Like, what you want us to do? We over here, we minding our business, bro. You mind your business.
What kept Magneto off of my list was that he was a hypocrite. But other than that, I agree with you.
Everybody on this list is
a hypocrite. Just like that.
Killmonger, the biggest hypocrite on Morgan's list.
All right, but that's my list. Let me type it in so I can put it up here. Magneto.
All right.
Where he's from.
Here we go.
Mine's
I went far out from comic. I tried to go far out from comic books because I could have put all comics books.
You want real life people?
Nah, not real life people.
We do real life people. Boy, we could do real life people.
That'll be rough. Okay, number 5. Number five. This is what actually made me come up with this list. I don't know. Did y'all ever see the movie Ma?
Yes.
Ma is number 5 on my list. The fact that they not only bullied her, but they tricked her into making her give head to some boy that she didn't even know in the dark, and then gathered all her their friends to stand there and watch her come out afterwards to see that this boy was not the boy that she wanted to be with. They all deserve, everybody deserved these. And then their bastard ass kids, their kids were mean to her after she bought them beer, let them come hang out at her house, and they was rude to her, went up into her house when she told her, and you know how black people be about going up in their house when they don't belong in it. All them kids deserve to get got. And the parents. She ran that chick over with a van. But I understood every motivation she had. Number 4, Ra's al Ghul, or Raz or Raish, however you pronounce it. He's right. Humans is killing the earth. We ain't taking care of this planet, and there's too many of us. And it's not like he's wrong. You know, just the way he goes about taking people out.
So I mean, there's too many of us. List too, then.
Huh?
So that means Thanos about it better be on your list.
Well,
too.
To be fair, Raz had it first.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Raz had it first. He had it first.
Number 3.
Number 3, Magneto. You know, for obvious reasons.
Hey, how is he not number 1?
Number 2, this one might be obscure. General Hummel from The Rock. The main bad guy from The Rock. All he wanted to get was reparations for the families of the soldiers who died in covert operations, and the government didn't want to do it. So he's like, listen, y'all playing with me. I'm going to take these people out. So and then he didn't do it in the end too. So I respected that he didn't want to kill people in the end. So General Hummel. And then number one, this was obscure. The principal from Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller was a menace. he needed to be stopped. And all these people loved him. And all the principal was trying to do was his job, and everybody was being a jerk to him. And he was just trying to get this young man in the detention where he belonged. So he was not a real villain. He was misunderstood. He was just trying to do his job. So that's my number one.
I like it. We had a lot
Principal
of
Rooney. Thank you, Principal Rooney.
A lot of different ones on our list. I like General Hummel. That's a good one from The Rock. That's a really good one.
Y'all want to know the one I was about to F this?
Oh boy, what were you going to
When you were scared to say? Yeah, we want to hear.
I'm gonna say his name in the movie. John Milton.
Who's that?
Devil's Advocate.
The devil? nigga, you agree with the devil?
I said, listen, I told you.
Why you made Danny is never coming on the show again. Fourth Wall Productions is done. That's the last issue of Lumberjacks y'all ever get.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen.
Yo, you made Danny leave, yo.
Listen, hey, he was gonna leave anyway.
Saying goodbye, yo.
he was gonna leave anyway. Listen, did I agree with him? No. Right? Did I agree with him?
Just stop. No,
I didn't agree with him.
No,
but every time
the whole point is you agree with him. The whole point is to have villains you agree with.
But that's why he's not on. That's why I couldn't put him on the list.
But he wasn't.
But wait, that scene though, you gonna lie and say that scene that the scene where he's talking to Keanu at the end is so good though, bruh. Like it is so good. He's wrong, but again, the reason I like that scene is because Satan, biblically speaking, right, it's one of the best portrayals of Satan in movies that I've seen. Satan, biblically speaking, the reason he's effective at what he does is because he's deceptive. So the best people to deceive you are people that tell you half of a fourth, 3/4 of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So like the funny part of his speech is when he's saying God gives you free will. He was like, he gives you free will and then sets all the rules on the other side of it. And he just sits back and watches. He just sits back and watches it.
Hey, hold on for a second. Hey, God, I don't agree with this. Look, if you take out the show, just don't take out all of it. All right? Like, because Danny left and I disagree. Just
listen. Have y'all seen the movie though? Like,
I have seen Devil's Advocate.
Okay, so again, what the thing that made me be like, I'm gonna put it up there is because that speech was really good. Is it right? No, but it's really, really good. He sells it. He really sells it. Doesn't work.
I was going to put,
especially biblically.
I was going to put. Let's see. I had Carrie from Carrie White from Carrie. Actually, I had the Vulture. He almost made my list. From Spider-Man Homecoming.
That would have been a good one.
I had Franklin Saint was on my list.
That would have been a good one.
I was thinking about it.
That would have been a good one.
I was thinking about it.
I had Zemo.
Yeah, I had Zemo too.
Colonel Nathan Jessup. He was my number 5 for more than half a day. A Few Good Men. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. I almost put that in there.
You know what's a good one that I didn't put in?
I agree, Daniel.
Honestly, it might be. I should have probably put him in. Wilford.
Who?
From Snowpiercer.
I don't watch that.
You never seen the movie?
I've never seen the movie or the TV show.
That's what you need to do tonight. Snowpiercer is an amazing show.
I started watching this show called
Movie. You know, I saw a lot of lists that had Caecilius in it, but I just I wasn't really feeling his character to begin with. So, he probably had a good point, but
did he for Forrest Gump? She definitely was a villain, bro. She was absolutely a villain. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Sean. Great point.
Yo, I saw they had on Twitter this, like the last 2 days they've been doing like villain and then the real villain. They like a picture of one person, they'll say the villain, and then they have the real villain. Namor from Wakanda. I mean, was he a villain?
Namor was on my list. He was on my list. Namor was on my list.
Was he a villain though? I don't know if I would say he's a villain though.
I was gonna. Yeah,
I would say he's the antagonist.
Yeah.
Like a villain to me is like, oh, this dude is trying to kill everybody.
Appreciate that, man. I think Jigsaw was somebody I was thinking about. Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
But would she be a villain though? I mean, in the end, she did a villainous thing.
In the end, definitely, but at the same time, the undergirding between season 7 and 8, it started showing itself. Once it's one of them things where it's like there's a light, but then there's a true light. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a light bulb on and then the sun starts shining, and we know the sun in that show is Jon Snow. Once Jon started to get close to her, it started to show kind of what was underneath, you know what I'm saying, what was underlying, and it was very clear by the time they had the scene where they were getting ready to fight the Night Walkers, and after that first battle that they all were drinking after the fact, that was one of the best scenes for showing what was really underneath right there. I wanted to put Cersei on there so bad.
Me in front of best man.
That's a good one too.
That's dirty. Hey, I saw that. I saw somebody put that something like that, but then they had this dude as the real villain. That's the Tay Diggs character
from the best man.
Yeah, they were like, he's the real villain.
You could definitely say that, honestly. You can make a case for that. You can make a case for Nia Long's character.
No, Nia Long's character is definitely villainous. Like, she knew that man was married.
I'm just saying, you can make a case for that.
She knew he was with her and still seduced him. And then she knew he was married and still seduced him.
Just saying.
She knew what she wanted. Like
Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad. I definitely almost had him on there.
Yeah, but I don't know what his motivation. I don't remember what his motivation. Harper, yeah. I don't remember what his motivation was.
Yeah.
I almost had Candyman.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
Candyman.
That would have been really good.
Who else? Let me see. Oh, Red from The Tether. From Us.
Yeah, that would have been a good one too.
Because
Crowley from Supernatural is a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
But Crowley, he didn't really have like motivation though. Like his motivation, he was just a demon.
Yeah, he was the man for a while now.
But I'm saying he was just a demon.
He took over to Satan though.
But he was still a demon. Like he didn't really have motivation. He was just evil.
He did. I mean,
what was his motivation?
To run things.
I mean, yeah. Trust me, I've seen every episode of that show.
Ultron, you know how much I love Ultron. Ultron.
I almost said High Evolution. Nah, that dude was just evil.
Yeah, High Evolutionary.
that dude,
he was a good villain, though. He was a good villain. Candyman wasn't really a villain. Just keep it.
You're right.
You're right. You're not wrong. The Tether would have been a good one, though. The Tether from Us would have been.
Oh yeah. That was not so much the whole Tether, but definitely Red.
I would say all of them. I would say all of them. They all got done wrong, for sure. So the Hands Across America were
motivation
necessary.
Was just to collect souls. I mean, just to get more power. Like
Dolores from Westworld.
Was she a villain though?
Yeah,
I didn't watch past the first season.
Okay. Well,
the last thing I watched maybe half of an episode of the second season. So I don't know. Like maybe.
What's my guy? What's my guy in black? He's like the overarching.
I thought he was the bad guy.
He is.
Okay.
He's like the overarching one, but Dolores had a really interesting storyline between seasons 2 and 3, between her and Maeve especially.
I got another one. Did you ever watch Ex Machina?
Yeah. She's not a villain to me.
Ava.
She's not a villain to me.
Did she like kill somebody? She killed like 2 people.
To get out, to get free. Deacon Frost, that's but I didn't agree with him. Yeah,
I mean, the list isn't like the best villains, it's the villains we agree with.
Ooh, Marlo from The Wire.
I've seen 1 episode of The Wire.
Marlo from The Wire is a good one. Oh man, Franklin was a good one too. Franklin Saint would have been a good one.
I'm telling you, I have Franklin Saint. What's another one?
I was gonna put Walt on there because he was definitely the villain of Breaking Bad. But I didn't agree with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say after a certain point, I didn't really agree with him.
I didn't agree with Walt.
I agree with him in the first season. See, he wasn't really the villain back then.
I think in a lot of these respects, we're naming great villains, but we're not. But they're naming our audience is naming good villains, but we're missing the last part, which is that you agree with. You know what I mean?
I got one for you from Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord Cutler Beckett.
I saw that. It's been too long since I watched it
He was the dude. They were just trying to stop pirates from being pirates, basically. I mean, it's like being a cop, basically. I got one for you.
Who?
Megamind.
Yeah. The character from The Incredibles, I kept like when I was when I was researching what's especially Incredibles
Syndrome.
Yeah, Syndrome, and then the Incredibles 2. What was the one in Incredibles 2?
I saw that too, but I don't remember Incredibles 2 like that.
I liked it.
No, I liked it. I probably seen it once.
Her name.
Oh, I got one for you. I'm surprised nobody said this, man. Bane.
Yeah. Bane just a great villain altogether.
The kid from Megamind. Yeah, but I didn't really agree with him. He was just a douche. Who else? Ben Willis. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh wow, you went in the bag for that one.
Told you I can go. Listen, man. Did you ever see The Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
All the lab employees and all that who were technically the villains. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just trying to stop the end of the world. I know.
You know what? Dang, I wish I had thought of this. God dang it. Freaking Jason Voorhees.
Oh, somebody said that. Somebody said Jason
Voorhees would have been a great one, man. Dang.
They said his mother, though.
Huh?
Somebody said his mother, not him.
Jason has more of a stake than let me not say that.
Because it wasn't the mother.
The mom had
back at the kids who were making fun of her son.
Yeah, but to me, Jason. Yeah, either way you went would have been good. I would say Michael Myers, but you can't really because he's just crazy. Freddy? Didn't they?
No, Freddy was like a pedophile.
Yeah, he was.
Didn't
they pick on him though?
Nah, he was a pedophile. Remember, he was.
They burned him because of
1,000 murderers or something.
They burned him up because of that. That's right.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like horror movie people too.
Candyman's a good one.
I couldn't because Chucky was just a killer.
Yeah, he was
a
serial killer.
Shocker was a killer. Who said Bane? Just you said Bane? When?
Yo, old girl from Get Out.
The white girl?
Yeah.
Why? What you agree with on that?
She just want her family to be successful, bro. You know, she just trying to keep the legacy going, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid, man.
His legacy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to get this. What was it called? What's the butterfly name? Somebody got to continue the legacy, man. God dog, bro.
Black Manta. Remember his family grandfather was tormented and disregarded. Man, dude, I didn't even know all that about Black Manta.
I don't remember that. Was that covered in the movie or in the comics?
Probably in the comics.
I don't remember that.
I'm trying. I mean, there's a bunch of comic book villains who.
YouTube Beverly.
All right, peace. Who else? What else did I have? Did I miss any? I didn't say Thanos because like I said, Rage thought it first. Oh, Raul from Skyfall. Tortured. You know, he was tortured by the government, disavowed. Yeah, took his teeth out and everything. I get that.
Death from Puss in Boots.
Black Manta. I don't even remember. Honestly, I know I watched Aquaman, but for the life of me, I couldn't tell you anything.
I don't remember anything about Aquaman at all.
I just remember by the end of the movie, I was through with it. Death. I never watched Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I never seen Puss in Boots. I've never seen Puss in Boots to give that any credence.
He said Ozymandias. I had him on the list too.
Yeah,
and I had Jigsaw, and I had Zemo too.
Let me put the poll up before we get off.
Zemo would have been a good one though.
Zemo definitely had good motivation. The only reason Killmonger is under Mr. Glass for me is because Mr. Glass was trying to enlighten the whole world, and Killmonger. I was trying to do it I was trying to do it in terms of scale.
Only thing is Killmonger. See, the reason. So for me, like I had to put people who I feel like the motivation had to match their what do you call it? Their motivation had to match their actions. And I don't feel like Killmonger's actions and motivation were lined up. That's just me.
Well, I think Killmonger showed that he was.
Hey man, if y'all a Lakers fan, don't watch it right now. It's not good for you right now. I just want to say, if you're a Lakers fan, it's not looking too good. You can sit this game out. You can get some sleep.
Killmonger, dang, he ain't put all of them in here. Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Killmonger, to me, he proved he was a villain because he only cared about himself. Like he was not. It wasn't about everybody else. It was about him and him getting his revenge, and then taking out, his anger on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he made that really clear once he burned all the heart-shaped herbs. We all knew what time it was, and put the grandma on the wall. I was like, yeah, God dang it, Killmonger. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't justify that at all. I'm trying to type these in.
What movie is this? Oh boy, what movie is this? Dude from what's his name? From Atlanta. Huh? And Rosario Dawson. Oh, Haunted Mansion. Oh,
yeah, wow. I saw that earlier.
But I didn't. Glass was committing mass murders. That's why I said, man, that dude was out there just committing mass murders. Like, I hope a superhero shows up.
Who, Mr. Glass?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
That was the craziest thing in the world when you think about it. You can't think about it too hard, man. You'd be like,
it worked though.
You'd be like, really, dude?
It worked.
That's how you want to get super. I mean, you can't just like.
But think about it, like Thanos. Thanos's goal is like, yo, I don't want people to overuse the resources and end up, you know what I'm saying, how my planet did, right? But the problem with Thanos is that he's not including it. Like, if it was completely random and he was literally leaving everything up to chance, including like whether he is this after the snap or not, then then you'd be like, I mean, I still don't want you to do it, but okay. You know what I mean? But in the way that he did it, you know what I'm saying, he's not putting himself at risk because everybody else is at risk, which already makes it not fair, not worthy, and unequal. You know what I mean? So that's the reason that Thanos, he ain't really have a case to me. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I feel you, but at least Thanos made more sense to Mr. Glass.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Mr. Glass was trying to get everybody to understand that there is an innate. He specifically speaks to the fact that there's an innate ability within you that makes you unique and makes you who you naturally are. You shouldn't have to hide from it or whatever. There are people out here that are trying to keep you from that. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about it on a mass scale, it's like we talked about this somewhat when we had the bus driver conversation, right? There are people out here in the world that if you're not working those jobs, Florida's going through this because they're passing that law for like people to get felonies or $10,000 fines for hiring undocumented workers, right? So now there's construction sites with nobody on them because of documented workers were the only people that were working there. You're not going to find that in the work. Like people love to say, "Oh, they're taking all of our jobs," but you ain't gonna go work those jobs. They working, and you know you're not. You're not going to pick those oranges. You're not going out in them fields and picking none of them strawberries. You're not doing none of that. You lying if you say you are. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? So all of those jobs now are just about to be just gone, but somebody has to work those jobs. If we need those things in order for the economy to run. So but it's like a master will type thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have people in specific spaces in society, then society starts to break down. And if I can make you believe that you're a worker bee, you're a drone, you just belong behind a desk, you just belong here pressing this button or whatever, and you don't aspire to more, then it works for the benefit of those who are rich. It doesn't work for everybody else. I'm special because I'm this brilliant and I did that, whatever. You can't do this, which is why you should work for me. It's a big thing what he was trying to do. He just was effed up in the way that he was doing it. He bombed the train.
You think it made more sense for him to randomly kill large scores of people to find?
I didn't say. Stop.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Morgan. Let me finish.
Okay. All right.
You think it made more sense for him to do that than it was for Thanos to wipe out half of all life so that the other half can exist within their ecosystems?
You said, do I think it makes more sense?
Yes.
I wouldn't say I think it makes more sense. I would say
that was my point.
Yeah, that's but the list is top 5 villains.
I know, but we were talking about, and I said Thanos made sense, and you said not compared to Mr. Glass.
I don't think I said that, but
do I need to rewind it? Because I'm sitting here
rewind it. The point is, my point about Mr. Glass is,
I get it.
When I put it in a macro, that's a big noble goal that he was willing to get. Okay, that's another thing that makes it different. He was willing to give his life for that. Thanos had no intention on giving his life for what he was doing.
How was he willing to? Oh, you mean because you're using glass?
Because he died.
I'm mostly thinking about Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I mean, Glass was.
You got to go with the whole trilogy, though.
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't.
That was the point. That was the point of when. That's when you saw what the goal was.
It wasn't really good. It didn't really make much sense.
It did.
No, not the third one.
Yeah, I like it.
The first one. I mean, hold on. There's a theory that I have that Thanos not only snapped half of life to prevent what happened to his planet happening as well, but he also reduced the population to stop the emergence. Actually, I agree on that one. That actually would make a lot of sense.
That's right.
That would make a lot of sense.
I'm not saying that what Thanos. I'm not saying that in theory what Thanos was thinking about doing doesn't make sense. But the problem is, number one, why the F are you the person that gets to decide to do this? Number two, why aren't you?
Why you could say the same about Mr. Glass?
That I agree. I'm not trying to justify Mr. Glass. I'm only saying the reason why I put Mr. Glass on my list versus Thanos. To me, Mr. Glass is trying to show the people of Earth you're more than what the world is trying to tell you that you are. The things that you already feel inside yourself as to who you are, what you could be, what you can become are real. Don't suppress that because of these people out here that are trying to tell you different. That's a huge message. You know what I'm saying? Thanos is just like, I'm not knocking it. It's Thanos is like, yo, y'all mothers are using too much. It's gonna destroy your planet just like it destroyed mine. Here, I'll take care of it for you. I get both. I could have put Thanos on the list, but for me, the more intriguing goal was Mr. Glass because that's on a massive world scale, and I can far more easily translate that to real life and what happens in real life in my estimation. You know what I'm saying? It's a real life thing because there are a lot of people out here that are talented that never follow their dreams, that never follow what they're naturally talented in because you get caught up in the rat race. You know what I'm saying? I need to make money right now. I don't have time to chase dreams. I don't have time to do this art, especially for us that are creatives. I don't have time to create. I don't have time to make stories. I don't have time to paint. I don't have time to these things that you were naturally talented with. You're actually really good at it, but you give it up because you don't have time to invest in it. I need money right now to take care of my family. So I can't do it. But what would happen if you tapped into that and now saw that you really do have special abilities in this way? You would go after it. And that was his goal, was to be able to show everybody that they had that. So was his methods right? No, but they're all villains. They're villains for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about their methods being right as much as it is for me, it came down to what their actual goal was. I almost had Dexter on my list. Dexter was my number 5 too. And I took him off for
I didn't put Dexter because I've never watched Dexter.
Oh,
I've never watched it.
You gotta fix that.
Listen, man, I can only watch so much TV per day, and I actually got work to do. So,
bro, we are at $72 off from this goal. I can't even believe it. I know we're gonna go across it, but like, this is so depressing.
Right, I'm gonna go.
So
I can actually watch a Western Conference game tonight. So I'm gonna try and do that.
Yeah, I'm going to. Hey, the poll is up. The poll is up in the group, y'all. Y'all go vote right now. We appreciate y'all for watching. Our viewership is growing. We appreciate y'all for telling other people. We appreciate y'all for subscribing. Thank you so much. If you get a chance, I'm gonna drop the link here. If you get a chance and you haven't already pledged or shared or told somebody about our Kickstarter, me and Danny's Kickstarter. It's a double feature for Harlem's Renaissance and Battle of the Black Rose, a sci-fi western.
Back into it.
A sci-fi western and a supernatural thriller with Harlem. Y'all go check the page out. See if you see any tiers that you like. We're really close to the goal. We're $72 away from hitting our goal. So I hope y'all either pledge or help us share it, help us continue the momentum. We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure when you go vote, drop some ideas of what y'all want us to do next week. Y'all know how we do. We'll look at those and then we'll go through them and put the poster up for when we're going to do it. So we love y'all. We appreciate. We got to start doing like fourth wall comments and subscribe so you never miss a show. And then we got a playlist up there of all the past shows. But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man, so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, post the link one more time, and I'm gonna get out of here. Let's go watch this game and see what happens. I love y'all. See y'all Tuesday.